brothers and sisters, may God bless you. God in prophecy a few years ago told me that He would be giving me a child, that I would give him a lot of love, and I will be bringing him to His path. Last year, God allowed me to have a third child. Months passed, and I came to the church, and God told me in prophecy, I will give you a big test, and you need to pray and plead to me. And brothers and sisters, this year in February, the test results showed that my son was completely deaf, and by being hard of hearing and being so small, less than a year old, he would not be able to speak. For me, it was a huge surprise. My heart was extremely saddened, but when I came to church, God in His infinite mercy told me, don't be sad because I will do great work in him, and the doctors will not be able to heal him. Only I can do that. My son did not hear. He did not speak, but I would play the choruses and hymns, and it was the only time he would react. We took him to the otorhinolaryngologist, and to our surprise, they did test after test. They were with him for about 3 hours. His hearing was getting better without starting any exams or any treatment. That from where and how, during the audiology exams, they also did an MRI. The ear showed how it was getting better and how it's rebuilding itself. And they would say how and why if a baby that is growing does not have hearing aids. He is not in any treatment. And they would say how. They would come in and out of the room. They were astonished. And I can say, brothers and sisters, they told me that my son was not going to walk until 3 years old, that he would say his first word at 5 years old. And he is 15 months old now, and he walks. He says, Mommy, and God has healed him greatly. The only thing I can say is that if I was not with God, none of this would have been resolved. And I give infinite thanks to God for His support and for His love. God bless you all greatly.
Like death fleeting hours of a day that suddenly pass by, all the happiness and hope that gleam in this world and then die. And endless will
Good
be
evening,
the
brothers and sisters. May the Lord bless you all. I would like to glorify the name of the Lord and testify that for many years I suffered from food intolerance, and the doctors were never able to discover the origin of this illness, and they simply eliminated multiple foods from my diet, like dairy foods or the skin of multiple vegetables. And there was a point in my life in which I was able only to consume proteins and certain vegetables that were cooked in a certain way. And I became used to this, but the Lord in prophecy would promise me that I would be in a spiritual feast in which He was going to give me a blessing. And this is how a couple months ago I was able to attend the Bible study in Madrid. And our sister Maria Luisa prophesied, and she told us that the Lord had blessed us, each one of us. And when I came back to Barcelona, the Lord, through another prophecy, confirmed that healing. And He said to me, you have gotten used to be ill for many years, but it has pleased me through my beloved daughter to bless you and heal you. And I came back home and I asked my husband, how long has it been since I've gotten sick over what I eat? And I went to the refrigerator, I grabbed a certain food it was impossible for me to eat, and I was able to eat it all. And I give the Lord honor and glory for as of that day I haven't been sick. And the Lord, through a prophecy, said that it had been Him restoring my stomach and healing me. And I'd like to testify this to give the Lord honor and glory.